back in Oslo, and this is a real-time photo walk for you. This is me walk around. You're going to see some location changes. The whole reason why I'm doing this real-time is because I think a lot of YouTube implies that people go out into do some street photography and they spend a little bit of time and they come out with some absolute bangers. I don't think that's the case. I want to prove that. Yes, I'm maybe not the world's greatest street photography, but if you like real talk and real representation then of what it's like to be a street photographer, then maybe this is time for you to subscribe and hit that bell button so you can see all the others. I have a few more where I'm out in Estonia, another Oslo street photography walk where it's more in the middle of the day. This is actually towards 9-10 o'clock at night. You see it's really bright, and the reason why is because it's summer in Oslo, despite the rain you see there, and so the sun doesn't really set. I mean, I did a video where I was out at 11 p.m. and you could still walk around as if it was middle of the day almost. So yes, it goes dark for a little bit. I will say though, the first location was awfully quiet and didn't really give me much, so I decided when I was doing street photography I would play along with the principles that if it can't be interesting by subject, it has to be interesting by colour. If it can't be interesting by colour, it has to be texture or composition. So for me, those are the things I'm now really pushing into my street photography, whereas before my street photography was more about can I capture people in and doing something interesting. The reason why I switched is because Norway has slightly different rules to the UK when it comes to street photography. One is that the person in the image cannot be the main focus. So if you think that a lot of my street photography that I favour tends to be I like people in focus, I decided that I needed to be a little bit more fluid in how I did my street photography. For example, these greengrocer baskets here, so maybe do something interesting colour and texture and get this sort of abstract picture. But I did really like the little red leaf I left at the top. I don't know why, but I did, because it balances against the green, or it doesn't balance, it gives some sort of jarring effect. What I do know is that after a bit of time walking around here, I just wasn't getting as inspired as I want, so I do a location change. So I'm going to let you enjoy this, and if you spot anything in this little segment where you think, Khandie, you should have shot that's a great shot, please let me know in the comments, because it's really interesting to get your opinion and see your eyes. And yes, I know I should have used the puddles, and you'll see later on where I missed something in the reflections. But honestly, let me know if you spotted it, because you can help me learn to be better as well.
Bara upplevelse?
Nej, du ska ge mig en annan ska ha.
Yeah. Hier on a fait du coup à la gauche.
It's really nice that Oslo has all these little nooks and crannies and beautiful little places to photograph, but I realised that I was repeating a lot of what I did, which is like, oh, let's take a picture of a pretty door frame. So I decided to do something else, which is what I say is the cup coming up. And I noticed that these balconies remind me a little bit of a wedding cake stacked together, so I decided to do a slightly different arrangement there. I basically positioned myself underneath the shot up. And the very interesting thing, I actually said we replicate recently when I went to Thailand and Estonia, because I kind of like this sort of unusual perspective of it. When they're stacked together, they give this kind of cake feel, and it looks like a wedding cake with the blue sky above it. So I don't know if you like that, but it's something I'm really interested in doing. It's like a little bit of a change. I'm just looking at my berry on, fell off after that shot. Ever the bougie girl wearing that berry, but I soon come through as perhaps I need to change location, and so I do. I'll see you at the next location, or should I say I'll speak to you at the next location? I think that's the time. So here I am, I've swapped to the central part of Oslo. I come here quite often on my photo walks, you'll see them, maybe I'll tag someone there so you can go watch those videos. And I wanted to do this shot, but honestly, I think I was off the game, it just wasn't working. What I wanted wasn't there. I had this idea of someone on a voice scooter going past, but by the time I got my set up, they were gone, and then this moped went past, wasn't quite what I wanted. And I became acutely aware that there's a few people around that it was probably best to move on. Now, Central Oslo is very touristy, but as I said, this is later on in the evening, so there's not as many people, and it wasn't the time for football. Well, we had a couple of people playing about, so there wasn't many people on the street. Maps, that was a few days later, which we did get to see. That was sensational. I was just enjoying it. Anyway, I decided to head up to the wall of the palace. The palace is stunning, and if you're ever in Oslo, I highly recommend you walk up to it. But I knew that at this time of night there's not much action going on, there's not many people up there, so it was just, I don't need to go up there. I decided to stay around this area a little bit, but move about a little bit more and see what I could see. Again, the light wasn't that dramatic, so I had to rely heavily on texture, composition, colour. And so when I was walking around, I was looking at that. Again though, if you spot something I've missed in this video, which is why I'm doing a POV, so you can see in real time, if you like, what I was seeing, please let me know, because it's really interesting to see what other people's eyes see. Now, don't get me wrong, I could have got a shot of that man running, but he came behind me and I didn't realise, and then do. And did make the mistake, which I think is something Sean Tucker said, I was wearing my headphones. Said that sometimes it's really good to take your earplugs out, or your headphones, so that you can see and not hear noise direct to it. So you might hear some chanting, you see a protest, you might hear some people laughing and joking, which was that. So that's probably one of the mistakes I made here. If I didn't have my headphones on, I could have heard that man running in the house with a rush. So I have to say that in recent times since this spend some time walking around here, taking some interesting shots, going back to the philosophy of shape, colour, texture, subject matter, and then I do eventually have a friend and swap locations. So you'll hear from me in the next location.
Ja, den har
Now I realise this video has probably gone on a long time, but I really want to push home to you that you can't get all these shots all the time. They're not always amazing. I am still very much in love with being a street photographer, and I hope you enjoy the fact that I'm being very real about it. So like I said, if you like that kind of thing where there's a lot of realism and honesty about this, please like and subscribe and give it a great review. Again, you can also see me on my PC. I did try so I'm here now. I will eventually get my friend Mark, who you might remember from other photo shoots that we've done in Oslo. We met up when we go for a walk and we quite enjoyed it late at night. And it's quite an interesting feel here at the harbour late at night because, obviously here she was sensational. It was more about the fact that I was looking at now what I was talking about Jingle about it was that reflection. I know you can see it. So again, this is why these videos are something I miss. It's great to see it. Yeah. It's always my t-shirt though. So this is where my my friend Marco and I meet up. He quickly came over on a little scooter so we could go around. I will just say, in about 5-10 minutes, my battery does my camera die, so I don't get to record the rest of the walk. So I'm just going to share the images that I got at the end. I love photographing in Oslo. It's a really nice place, especially this time of year. I can't remember the last time I was doing a photo.
You have a better lens for this.
But I'm going around. But the whole point of doing it in real time is that you get a real idea of what it's actually like. And if anybody comes to me who's using the viewfinder back to shoot, I don't care.
Is it a commemorative?
And I will just use it. I know some people are like, oh, don't. But yeah. So I hope you enjoy these images. And as ever, don't forget to like, subscribe. And if you see something that I have missed, please let me know. It has been absolutely lovely. And I'll see you all in my next video. Take care of you. Bye.